Welcome everybody as we continue live coverage of the Asian Champions League. A very busy week it is, and a big day indeed for Hussein and Sharjah as the round of 16 gets underway. The first leg of the meeting between the reigning champions here in Jordan and the 6 times champions in the UAE this season in the AFC Champions League Two. But a game so big here that is actually being moved, as you can see, to the National Stadium in Amman in Jordan from Al Hussein's own home ground. So thank you everybody for joining us. It's going to be a fascinating insight, I think, today to see how brave the visitors dare to be as we move into knockout football over 2 legs following the group stage which preceded it. A reset in mentality perhaps is required. And from the perspective of our hosts, Al Hussein, even though they're not in their home stadium it is time for them to start chasing some history. Only one significant previous appearance at this level when they made the quarter-finals in 2005. The format, of course, was different then, but it's a club with a renewed sense of mission. Champions in Jordan for the first time in 2023-24, and poised to reclaim their league title if they can keep going. 5 points clear of Al Wahda with 11 games played. Still a lot of the season to go, and Al Wahda will fancy chasing them all the way, but they are surely the only serious threat, and proving themselves on their return to the Asian Champions League with a 10-point haul from the first phase. A win and a draw against Al Kuwait, 2 wins over Nasaf of Uzbekistan to lift themselves into second spot behind Shabab Al Ahli. 6 straight wins in League and Cup since their last outing in this competition. A run interrupted only by the 0-0 draw in the second leg of the Super Cup against Al Wahda on Thursday last, although they did still claim the prize on aggregate. It's hard to find fault with the form that the home team are on. And as for Sharjah, their 6th appearance in the AFC Champions League, a very solid showing indeed in this competition so far this time round. Top of their group. Only once have they even made the quarter-finals, but perhaps quietly confident that this format in the continental competition, in this Champions League 2, might be to their liking. They're also involved in a terrific struggle with Shabab Al Ahli at the top of the UAE Pro League. Nobody even giving a thought to the pathway ahead, should they get through this just yet. The last 16. 8 ties played over Tuesday and Wednesday, the 11th and 12th of February. As you can see, overcoats everywhere as the temperature drops into the evening. The night does close in incredibly quickly here, but even when the sun was out, when the build-up to this game started, nobody was taking any chances with the chilly weather. The National Stadium, a multi-sport arena, of course. They are conversant to playing here, and in fact also Sharjah, they have played here 3 times previously, so there shouldn't be any surprises in that respect. Hopefully the rain won't materialize. There is a possibility, we're told, because there isn't a lot of cover in this stadium, but it looks like people are well prepared for what the elements may bring. Cannot fill this ground. Their own home stadium is a capacity of just 12,000. This is a much bigger bowl, 4 or 5 times larger actually. Two clubs who certainly eye long-term participation in the AFC Champions League Elite. They may get there, of course, via their own league routes in the current season, but also entirely focused on challenging for trophies, and, as is the way in modern football, extending their reach. They've got partnerships with big clubs in various other confederations around the world. So knockout football in the last 16 of the AFC Champions League 2. The return leg next week. Can Al Hussein make the home advantage a real advantage in this home from home in the National Stadium? 3 changes to the side, which started their last group game against Kuwait SC back in December, a 2-2 draw that. In today, Abdullah Nasib, Mohamed Abu Zraik and Abdul Aziz Ndiaye. Abdul Zraik, incidentally, signed from El Shorta only 2 weeks ago. There are also proven goal scorers on the bench in this competition, should they be needed. Sharoon Abdel Rahman is the visiting captain today. Said Al-Rossan, the skipper of Al Hussein. Ryo Tanemoto from Japan is the referee. An important moment in the coaching career of both of these two. Quite conceivable that the importance of this game impacted Sharjah's title ambitions at the weekend. They led away to Kalba with 86 minutes played before conceding twice to lose in stoppage time. And 4 changes. In come Mohamed Abdul Basit and Firas Ben Arbi. Fresh legs in midfield. Majid Rashid and Usman Kamara also are starting. Abdel Tarab, incidentally, who arrived from Al Nassr only a fortnight ago, and Tyrone Conrad, taken off on the hour at the weekend, are among the substitutes. It was a bad one to lose. Kalba had won only 1 of their previous 10 games, and it's just left them chasing in the title race a little bit, but that can wait for another few days. All focus now on this game. Both of these clubs benefiting from their league's decision to give them a weekend off between the 2 legs. So the National Stadium in Amman in Jordan playing host to this round of 16 first leg between Al Hussein and Sharjah. Very bracing evening. Temperature dropping to maybe 5 or 6 degrees before we're finished, we're told. Certainly for Sharjah, a certain amount of adjusting needs to be done. It was actually referred to by their coach, Cosman Olario, who said to our TV colleagues at pitch side, we will adjust. We have to adjust, but it's gloves. Probably a woolly hat somewhere if needed. Jean Mota, the Al Hussein coach. Ben Arbi is in as the supporting striker, wearing 10. A little bit of pace from the wider positions, and Usman Kamara was keen to get a run on the goalkeeper there, take it down, and taken a little bit of a risk there, Aldan Hani, and it was taken off him, the right back. Ayed. Cisa as he tried to win it back. Oh, Lucas took it nicely, took it wide, confidently, makes space for others potentially, and that is a little warning sign. That was a very well constructed move. Hussein Abloulela, the home goalkeeper, not needed, but a little bit of encouragement early on for Cosmin Olario. Would have been a very interesting case, that, actually, had the ball gone in the net with the striker clearly in an offside position. We couldn't tell for sure from our camera angle whether he was actually within the width of the goal, but he must be potentially causing a distraction to the goalkeeper. Out of play by Petrovic. Bright start from the visitors. Mohamed Abu Zraik, who wears 11. Got a specific job to do down the right side for Al Hussein, and he's one of those converted left wingers from the look of it. Still getting to know his new teammates. They have moved the ball quite well in the early stages, putting down a marker or two, and Carl Lucas, who set it up particularly. Yes, plenty of movement in front of the home goalkeeper there. Lucas again just kept it simple. Trying to keep Kamara running hard up front. Quite difficult to play against a forward formation which is as fluid as this. There's a lot of interchanging of positions. Kamara now comes short, another example of it, but they are working the ball very well indeed here in the early stages. Goalkeeper not tempted by that one. Al-Quraishi. Adam Al-Quraishi did what was needed really for Al Hussein there. Up front for Al Hussein, Abdul Aziz and Diai, and he's been a bit of a spectator so far. 5 minutes on the clock. Maybe this might be coming in his direction. Yazid Hussein Abdullah, it was indeed coming his direction. He's a good prospect in the air, isn't he? A big, strong fella. And they need to get him in the game a bit more, perhaps. Has scored in this competition this season against Kuwait City, the home win, 2-1. The 2-2 draw which closed out the initial stage for them. Beaten home and away by Shabab Al-Ahli. The 2 wins over Nasaf of Uzbekistan made all the difference. 10 points, 3 behind Shabab Al-Ahli, but enough to move forward. Could do with moving forward a bit more freely here in the early stages. That's a clever little flick by Sisa, and now the switch in play. Al-Madi had to adjust, and by that time Al-Hani was covering him well. A little bit tentative from Al Hussein here in these opening exchanges. Petrovic. He's had an amazing coaching career, Cosmin Olario, the Sharjah boss, multi-title winner in this area of the world. Also, I remember him having a spell in charge of the Saudi Arabian national team. And since 2021. The driving force behind the redevelopment of Sharjah. They were the first UAE League title winners when that league came into existence in 1974. 6 times they've won it. But the current season, as last season, presenting a little bit more of a challenge to them. Always rising, but always enterprising again. As Usman Kamara cut inside. Again, Al Hussein find themselves quickly back in front of their own penalty area. Kamara, incidentally, is a player they're going to have to watch very, very closely. 9 league goals last season. He's got 5 in 13 appearances so far in this season. And a couple in the Champions League as well, for good measure. Here's Petrovic. All the play in this direction, really, early on. Abdul Rahman. Abdul Basit. Back to his captain, Abdul Rahman. Just asking a question or two there of Al Rossan, his opposite number as captain of Al Hussein. He wasn't quite sure whether the ball was going to drop over his shoulder and give Carl Lucas a ball to run onto there. I must say the front part of this side just is mighty impressive in the way they interchange positions. Makes it pretty hard to play against them, and they squeeze up again here with Luan Pereira. Not something that Al Hussein play against very often. They need to find a way to play against this. Buzarek tried to bring in Al-Mahdi. Came off the back of Carl Lucas, fell invitingly, and now it is Al-Mahdi for Al Hussein. And he gets a throw. Bit of composure needed for Al Hussein in these early exchanges. I suppose just judging the points tally from the first phase of the competition, they got 10, Al Hussein. Looking across the tournament generally, it's possible to, if one was to rate them, then they may not come out too well in the comparison, because most of the other teams finishing in second spot in their respective sections did better than that. And just the fear that they are having to really step up in quality here tonight against Sharjah. Across the competition, Wellington United 11, Namdin 11, Sydney 12, and so on. The cross doesn't reach Ndiaye. Some of the optimism in the crowd clearly waning already after this start. Petrovic with the throw for Sharjah. There's a little VAR going on here. Tanimoto, the referee, is told he can move on with the game. There may have been an arm extended in the penalty box. I didn't hardly see a protest worthy of the name, I must say, from Al Hussein. Let's have another little look at this as the cross came in. The arm of the second defender was away from the body, but he brushed off the shoulder as the ball came in, no more than that. A bit too much pace on it for Kamara. Judged on the team selection. Motta, the home coach, looking to put a bit more drive from midfield into the side today with the changes he's made in that department, but that has not been evident early on. It's all very cautious indeed. Ayed goes backwards with it again. He had a look over his shoulder there, Ayed, after he played that ball, as if one of the forward players had said, you need to move it forward more quickly. This is a bit more enterprising. Deflection, goalkeeper was tempted to come and didn't. Belted clear by Rashid. Just kept it simple, moved it wide and got across into the box, and even when it was deflected, it was a difficult ball for the visitors, and now they win it back. First little glimpse of Al Hussein pressing. That was a bit more assertive as well. Al-Rossan may have been out of play. All over the region, this coach, Alario, Al-Hilal, Al-Sad, Al-Ain, Shabab, Al-Akhli. Spells at all of those clubs. Suning. 6 league titles along the way. Petrovic is a 21-year-old from Serbia. Radniki Nis was his club. Well, the club he was playing at before he was signed last July. Produces a lot of very good footballers at very, very exalted levels. Al-Hani lofted in there, and Nasib was alive to the threat. Quite a mobile young centre-back from the look of it, Abdullah Nasib. Maybe the reason he was brought in today. Just starting to get on the front foot, get closer to the opposition, make a few challenges, move the ball a little bit more confidently. The Al Hussein players. Al-Rossan. Al-Mahdi. Ajagun, the Nigerian. That is a little bit more like it, really. Starting to settle now. Ayed switching it. Suddenly they found a bit more sharpness. Al Hussein looking a better proposition. Strikes cross, still alive there, and again, it's the sheer physical presence of Ndiaye. He can make things happen. They left a man down in the box there, Sharjah, and the referee's going to go and attend to that now, I think. Even when he's not near the ball, as he wasn't in this case, the man wearing number 99 who just gave it to Aya to start the move. The cross did come in, and it's not going to be quite enough, but you see him going for it. He makes things happen, Abdul Aziz Ndiaye, and he puts defenders under pressure. Squeezed out very smartly there by Al Danhani, and that's the way you have to defend against a player like that. Another one through to Hussein Abdullah Ajagun. So a very bright beginning from Sharjah, looking accomplished, great movement up front. But now Al Hussein are starting to come to terms with that, although it's given away. Naseeb gave it away, did recover well. I mentioned his mobility, he showed it there. Making up for his own error. Sisa. And their new signing, Abu Zraik. Big night for him. He's got to show his best side for his new supporters. Taking on the shot from distance. Blocked down by Katanic. Cross comes in. And again, just a defender edging the opponent, the attacker, under the ball. Quite clever. Thought about the Rabona there in the corner, did Al Mahdi. And another little trick from him. Has he won a free kick? I think he has. It was a very cautious beginning from Al Hussein here. However, they're starting to strut their stuff, as you can see here. Sunny with a watching brief on that near post at the moment. Wants one player, I think, to screen a little bit of that area for him, but he also wants to be able to see the ball. Doesn't look to me like the number 10, Ben Arby, is nearly 10 metres away. Oh, he's getting a telling off for that, I think. Petrovic is told to mind his manners as well. So not a lot in open play from Al Hussein, but what about from a set piece here? There's nowhere in the world the number 10 is anywhere near 10 metres away. And they got away with that. Perhaps made their own lives a bit too complicated there, Motta's men. Motta's first season in charge. I don't think he could claim this to be one of his specialities. Arbi ran out of room. In days gone by, this stadium actually had a plastic pitch. Of course, given the normal temperatures, it was often very challenging for teams from overseas to play with the heat bouncing off the surface, especially during the daytime. This game obviously played in the evening, much cooler this time of the year anyway. Ideal for football, but an adjustment nonetheless for the visitors coming from the Gulf. gets a throw out of that. Haven't seen any attacking thrusts from the fullback position so far today. They tend to let the front four get on with it. That's how they like to play. And there's a lot of ability up there, as we've seen. But Carl Lucas almost gave that away. Gets a throw out of it. Abdul Basit. The right back is Al-Hani. Katarich. Almost. Benabi read the intentions very well. Al Hussein, just calm it down a little bit. Al-Rosan to Nasib. Al-Qureshi. Al-Rosan again. Hadi. Maybe not the most delicate of touches. We've seen how powerful he could be. Just got a little bit tight there. Away from Benabi, but they presented it back to the visitors. Rolled into the path of Carl Lucas, staying in the penalty area. Flicked it round the side for Pereira. Al Hussein get the chance to regroup. Firas Benarbi. He's going to get another go here. Kamara sticks his arm in the air to show everybody where he is. One or two of the other Sharjah players just looked a bit accusingly at Benarbi for trying to deliver it low like that. Let's see what he does now. Arm in the air from him. Same idea. Nobody else really ready for it, and the moment may be lost now. It is lost. Hussein Abdulela, the home goalkeeper. New signing this year, actually. Or, to be correct, this season, not actually in 2025. Started the first 4 in the Asian Champions League. Former Al Fasaili goalkeeper. Has won the free kick. Goes on another terrific run of goal scoring at league level. 8 league goals in 15 appearances in the current season. He got 11 in 22 in total last time round. That dropped invitingly. I think it was Kamara who had the hit, missed it completely from the look of it. And he goes again in behind. Difficult ball, that. Nasib. Al-Qureshi. Ajagun. Again, he doesn't want to drive with the ball, leaves it to Abu Zaraik. Al-Rassan. Lovely little flick by Kamara, and they've opened them up. And in goes Ben Arbi into the penalty box. It's a great move, and it needed just the finishing touch there. The final pass was the one that wasn't good enough. That was good. They made strides really, really well, exploiting the space in behind. Just seemed less than decisive just here. Ben Arbi gets his head up. He's trying to roll it to Luan Pereira. That's not a particularly good pass by him either. Mardi gets Al Hussein down the field a little bit. Let off there for Ayed. So 30 minutes have elapsed. Sharjah looking the more dangerous side, the visitors, I think. Al Hussein very slow to get going. There have been some brighter moments from them, but no sustained pressure from the home side. Haddad. Taken down by Al-Mahdi. Mata trying to urge his players to step on a little bit. Al-Rassan heeded the message and he won it back, but it wasn't a great pass, and it's run away from Abu Zaraik. Now they'll get another go with Ajagun. A bit of caution attaching to this performance, and there again, doesn't necessarily pay off. They're still optimistic. Lucas was after it. Nasib, and yet another example that a little bit more care needed with the ball by Al Hussein. Whacked out of play, and admittedly in this case there is a man down. I don't think it was in Nasib's mind particularly here, to be truthful. Ball ran loose. Out of play it went. And another question, of course, now is whether Kamara for Sharjah will give the ball back. Al-Danhani's just asking all around him, what am I meant to do with this? He's got the ball in his safekeeping at the moment. I think they're going to play on. They are going to play on. Kau Lucas. Al-Danhani crosses. Well played that time, Nasib. But given away again. Making a lot of their own problems in this first half, Al Hussein. Al-Danhani. Shade strong for Kamara. Pereira was doing his best. Couldn't quite keep it in play. Al-Rossan. Katanic got it down. Here's Petrovic. Let's see if he's bold enough to follow his pass. He is. Petrovic covers round. Al-Danhani. Little or no pressure on the ball from Al Hussein. At the moment they're set up like a counter-attacking side, but they've forgotten how to counter-attack. Cannot counter-attack if you don't have the ball. Now it's Nasib. Short again to Ayed. Sisa. Sisa hardly involved as a creative force for Al Hussein in this first period. They get a free kick out of that. Al-Qurashi. Nice little change of pace. The right back cutting inside. Wasn't a great touch, but he was lent upon. That's not a very good touch either. From Sisa that time. Al-Danhani. Maybe a bit too enterprising there. Said Al-Rossan carries it forward. Ajigun, if in doubt, move it backwards. Backwards and it breaks down. Al-Rossan. Al-Mardi. Really had the better of that battle with Abdul Rahman. Now then, maybe something. The slip might be quite costly, and Dia goes forward. Oh, it's a great stop, that. From Al-Hassani, the first big mistake either way in the game. And the kind of moment that Mohamed Abu Zraik must have been dreaming of. And Dai didn't take too much out of it. He gave it to his new teammate. And he couldn't finish off the job. Maybe if he had a few goals under his belt, there would have been a bit more freedom about that. Looks a little anxious in the finish. trying to make a bit too sure, too close to the goalkeeper, but it was still a very good save by Al-Husseini. And his little shake of the head. He knows that could have been a game-changing moment, Motta. Always a bit of a burden for a new player. Get a big goal in a big game early on in a new environment. It makes such a difference. It seemed to be weighing on Abu Zraik in that moment. Aside from Al-Sharjah, never been a particularly prolific goal scorer in fairness, and has never scored in his entire career. In the continental tournaments that he's played in, he was at Esperance Tunis, then Al-Sharjah. Let's see if this corner is on the same pattern. It is, and they're not really working out very well for Sharjah just at the moment. That was off his shoulder, and he fell quite awkwardly. Both players involved, actually, on the now. Kamara braving it in the challenge against Ndiaye, who's a much taller man. No holding back from Kamara, though. Debate is who's going to get the ball back here, I think. The answer is the home side. The one big chance they've had. Maybe, what, 5 minutes ago, Abu Zraik. Making a nuisance for himself at every opportunity. Did Abdul Rahman know he was thundering in there, I wonder? Don't need to complicate it with him. Get good crosses in, keep him running forward, get the ball in the air where he can really trouble people. Seeing glimpses of all of that here. And Adan Al-Qureshi, for one, seems to understand if I get the ball into the box, our centre forward might be on the end of it. By and large, a more measured approach, a more creative approach, one might say, from Sharjah, but they have gone out of the game a little bit, the front players. Sparkling beginning. Al-Qureshi ventures forward again from right back, and he has done that well, but he just needs to keep the ball. Kamara, excellent touch. Kamara goes on, leaves a couple in his wake. On he goes, turned into the net. Sharjah think they've gone in front. Al-Hussein are hoping it might be offside. Khaled Al-Danhani is in the middle of the celebration. Everybody's gone to Kamara because Kamara made something happen there quite brilliantly. the smattering of Sharjah fans delighted to see the ball going in the net, obviously, and now they hope to get good news as the goal is reviewed. I think it's Carl Lucas who actually gets the final touch here. Kamara, superb. Carl Lucas, was he onside or was he offside? The defender's arms went up immediately. Raju Ayed was the defender nearest to Carl Lucas, and he had to get there, he had to, and he couldn't. Enterprise rewarded from Kamara for sure. They needed Raju Ayed to help them out, Al Hussein, and they couldn't do it. And confirmation it was Carl Lucas who gets the goal. But all the real credit goes to Kamara. Other only with the throw. They're going to get another one here. Bounces off the goal scorer, Carl Lucas. Dia flattened his man, quickly taken by Ben Arbi. Didn't quite reach Luan Pereira, but quick thinking nearly came off there. That goal, incidentally, Carl Lucas' fourth of the AFC Champions League Two campaign in 24-25. Each time he has scored, they've won. Petrovic. More of the ball for the home side, but their lack of penetration, very telling indeed. 45 minutes on the clock.
Additional time, 4 minutes. Not
quite at half-time just yet. They could probably do with half-time right now, Al Hussein. To have a little think about what they're doing and how to do it better. Abu Zaraik. All the way through for Ayed. Ajagun. Let it run for his goalkeeper, Abu Leila. Been really good at right back today so far, Al-Qurashi. Haddad. The backpedaling Katanic did well to get to it in the air. Ayed nearly won it cleanly. Ajagun also. This is Ajagun. Sisa. Putting it out to the right. Abu Zaraik. No way through. They have counter-attacked well at times, and Al Hussein need to be on their mettle here. Closing moments of the first half. Here's Kamara for Sharjah. Took his time about it. He found the offside figure of Khaled Al-Danhani. Well offside, actually. Hadoud. Ajagun. Fairly straightforward, that, for Petrovic. Qurashi, excellent from him. Could have gone anywhere. That's where the attack has been most threatening, down that right side for Al Hussein in this first half. Ajagun, poor touch. Gets another go. Sharjah for once. A little bit of good fortune in front of their own goal mouth there. This might be the last attacking passage of play, and they made a real mess of that. Cisa doing his best to win it back. He's got a free kick out of it, in fairness. Has to be quick, time's almost up. Place to try the trick like that, Lucas, although we've seen him with some fancy footwork, a few smart step overs, etc. in this game. But one final opportunity before half-time. Al Hussein did well. That is going to be half-time. Al Hussein very slow to start. Big game, perhaps just got to them a little bit, the expectation, the demand of their home support. Sharjah sparkled early on. The longer it went, the stronger Al Hussein seemed to get, and a big chance went missing. Mohamed Abdu Zraik, their new signing, couldn't convert. Khairat Lucas came in from the left flank to convert after brilliant work from Usan Kamara, and by that means the visitors have gone in front. It's Al Hussein 0, Sharjah 1 at half-time.
keep there. Up. Après, tu viens là. Ok? Allez, up. Ok? Voilà. Je fais bec et on essaie d'autre. Rien que couillé. Allez, front back, and the same. Front back. Check the other side.
Get ready for electrifying matches and fierce competition, where every victory paves the way to unimaginable heights. This is the AFC Champions League Two. On the way to the top, rivalries are born. New heroes emerge, paving the way to glory. 32 clubs battling down from across Asia. AFC Champions League Two. Now we introduce the AFC Challenge League. This platform serves as a launchpad for budding stars to shine on the continental club stage. Witness the passion, the grit, and the raw talent of 20 aspiring teams representing the vibrant tapestry of Asian football. The Challenge League is not just about winning, it is about fostering development and a spirit of growth that will benefit the entire Asian footballing ecosystem for years to come. This is the AFC Challenge for the believers, for those that dream, the opportunity takers, where talent develops and fortune favors the brave. AFC Challenge League. The future of Asian club football shines brightly with the all-new AFC Women's Champions League. For the first time ever, Asia's top 12 women's club will converge to showcase their talent and compete for ultimate glory. This is more than just a competition. It is a powerful symbol of innovation and inclusivity, inspiring generations of female athletes to chase their dreams and write their own stories on the pitch. This is the AFC Women's Champions League.
Breaking new ground for women's club football in Asia. 12 of the best teams, chasing greatness, inspiring generations in a fierce contested competition to crown the best in Asia. AFC Women's Champions League.
This is Asia.
GPS
Substitution for Sharjah. Player number 8, Mohamed Abdel Basset, replaced by player number 88.
Welcome back, everybody. We're getting set to go in the second half here in the National Stadium in Amman in Jordan. Al Hussein, the home side, in their home away from home this evening, not in Erbil, and not getting the outcome that they're looking for in this home leg, the first leg of the round of 16 AFC Champions League 2 meeting with Sharjah. Sharjah leading thanks to the goal tucked in by Carl Lucas. A couple of changes by the visitors as we get going in the second half. Abdul Tarabt and Majid Hassan have come on. Mohamed Abdel Basit and Firas Ben Arbi have gone off. Sharjah perhaps believing themselves to be the better side so far, but the man up front for Al Hussein, Abdul Aziz Mdi, has threatened on numerous occasions. Very slow to start tonight, the pattern of the game well set, but this is more enterprising immediately at the start of the second half. The one who's missed a big chance for the home side has another little go there. Their new signing, Mohamed Abu Zraik. Had quite a lot to do. I think he's still got something to do to win over the home support, to be honest with you. All smiles from the man who finished off the job of putting Sharjah in front, Carl Lucas. It was a brilliant piece of play by Kamara down the other flank, really. Opened up the home side's defence. It does look like they're starting much more assertive manager, but they had to win that challenge and they didn't. And here goes Kamara again, down that right flank. Sharjah poor forward, he's managed to miss everybody out. It was nice to be thought of, says Carl Lucas. He may not be out of the action for that long. Katanich steered it backward to his goalkeeper, Al-Hussani. Made one really good save in that first half. All round just looking a bit better proposition perhaps so far, but Al Hussein, the body language is a bit more positive. There looks to be a bit more energy about them. They've got to take a few risks here, sharpen up the passing. They knew they were going to be in for a real test. It just looks to have got into the mindset a little bit that we need to be cautious. This is a dangerous side that we're playing. Now the tempo drops again. I don't think that's going to help them very much. They don't really have the players in the forward areas to open up space, beat a man, find that key pass. Cesa's one who can do it, but it's been a real off night for him and he's given it away again. That's a little bit late. In fairness, Al-Rossan, the Al Hussein skipper, did him a bit of a favour here. Carl Lucas just got up, got on with it, which is so refreshing to see. Problem is, if caution takes over at home, and Al Hussein perhaps fearful of conceding a second goal, the second leg is away from home next week. Sharjah goal. Best player perhaps in the sense of forcing it has been the right back, and he does so again. Al-Qurashi forcing Al Hussein onto the front foot. Rescued by Ajagun. Abu Zraik harmlessly through. He's an irrepressible little character though. The right back Al-Qurashi, always in the action. He's got a really good change of pace. He is one who has been prepared to take people on. Abdul Rahman. Oh, that doesn't make his coach very happy at all, does it? The look says it all. Katanic. Ayad's header to nobody in particular in yellow and black. That's going to be a free kick to Sharjah. A lot of the energy's been sucked out of the crowd, in all honesty. Some parts of the ground, their supporters are still having a go, but wild exuberance at the start has been replaced by a little bit more realism, the way this tie is shaping up at the moment. Nasib. Bundle of energy down the right, Usman Kamara. Cisa made a bit of ground, but then the ball was given away again. A common theme in this game. Petrovic, given away by Carl Lucas that time. Al-Qurashi. Ajagun. Some good intentions in the opening moments of this second half, but now they're reverting to type a little bit. Al Hussein. Hadoud. Nowhere to be seen there in DI. On and straight from Al Hussein. Caesar. Ayad. Al-Hadoud. Nasib. Almost as though as a last resort there, they just threw the ball up in the direction of Aziz and Di. Just not that creative spark in the side that has been fielded today by Motta. Telling really that the players caused the most concern to the opposition. Trying to spark up the attack has been Al-Qurashi, the right fullback. And they've got a forward who can do damage in Ndeye, but he's not getting the service. That's good. They're coming the other way again. Here comes Sharjah. They settle for their corner. Alden Honey. Good chase back by Abu Zuraik. None of these corners, to be honest with you, have been particularly threatening, so they've actually changed the taker here at half-time, and we're going to get another chance. Already that one seemed to give a bit more problem to the defenders. There was a whole succession of them in the first half that fell short of the goal mouth. That is better, and they get away with it for the moment. Is it going to be another corner? It is. Talap's taking them now. Doesn't need to be a brilliant ball, but if it's dropped into the centre of the goal mouth and it's an inviting one for the attacking side to go at, it can create a problem for the defending side. Talap again. This should be an in-swinger. And it is. Well played, goalkeeper. Just a little nudge from Carl Lucas. He's quite good at that, actually. In a few examples today. Needs to be careful, though. Romanelli is going to be introduced. Al Hussein need a spark from somewhere. Julio Cesar Gomez Romanelli, a Brazilian striker. Going to be Mohamed Abu Zuraik, who is withdrawn. He's missed the best chance that they've had today. Saved by Al Hossani. Really not the springboard to his career here at the new club that he was hoping for.
Substitution for Hussein. Player number 11, Hamad Abu Zuraik. Player number 70, Julio Cesar. تبديل فريق الحسين. خروج اللاعب رقم 11 حمد أبو زريك ودخول اللاعب رقم 70 جوليو سيزار.
So I wonder if the decision has been made now to play with two strikers. Romanelli up there with Ndeye. Katanic, hopefully none the worse. Might be a bit of a swollen lip tomorrow. Again, fair play to him, not making any fuss about it. Petrovic with the throw. Pereira's squeezed out. One back very easily indeed by Sharjah. Taarabt just keeps it simple. Here they come. Reverse to Taarabt. Crowded out of it in the end. What have they got on the counter-attack? The home side. Little or nothing is the answer once more. Back they go. One of the big themes of the day. Rosan. Ajagun. Al-Qureshi. Dear. Oh, he's done well. But in fairness, so too did the defender. I think it's Al-Hani who really kept his nerve extremely well. Just a little reminder that if he gets the right service, he could be a nuisance. More than that, that's at his head. Oh, he lays it off beautifully. Maybe the penny will drop now for Al Hussein. No need to overcomplicate this. Just work off the big man up front. He's got Romanelli up there with him now as well, of course. Hanoud. May as well keep going. Petrovic is there. Good win that by Ayed. There's Romanelli's little flick on, and the right back involved again up the field, Al-Qureshi. This was Ndiaye taking it excellently on his chest. But there is a lot of credit due to Al-Hani, whom it was. Didn't dive in, didn't do anything silly. Not very constructive, that. Romanelli. Pereira comes away with it and gets the free kick for Sharjah. Petrovic. Says he was under a little bit of pressure, but it ends up well enough. That's another poor pass. Slow, too deliberate. Just asking for trouble. And when he turns it over like that, as Kamara's proved already in this game, he can be a flying machine. Looks like there's been a yellow card in there somewhere. The good news is there's still lots of time for Al Hussein, and one little mistake might change everything. Kamara again. Ozani ran outside him. Really nice bit of play. Drummer's trying to lift the tempo, but the tempo on the field has actually gone the other way. Very, very deliberate. Pretty short on inspiration here, Al Hussein. Haddad. Ayed. Oh, Qurashi, enterprising yet again from him. He's one of the main hopes, I think. I wonder how Olario, the visiting coach, views this game, because his side have looked very accomplished, very self-confident. Certainly got a cutting edge, but they're still only a goal up. That was nice by Romanelli. Crowd getting very frustrated with Al-Mahdi there. If it was a dummy, it wasn't a dummy to anybody wearing a yellow shirt. Attempts to clear it. Eventually they get the job done, the visitors. Hussein arrived on the scene, and that may have been an attempt to catch him out slightly on his way back. No harm done. So a couple of changes made by Al Hussein. Sharjah freshened it up. There's no discernible change in the pattern of the game. No problem whatsoever for Al Hosseini. Ajugan. Brushed aside. Protest waved away, and now a free kick for Sharjah. This was the run which opened the way to goal. Kamara in the first half. Even if the cross was slightly mishit, it still found its way across to the incoming Lucas to finish off the job, and he just gets the better of Ayed in the race to get to that ball. Hussein Haddad is back on his feet at least. He's still getting treatment. That's nicely worked down the side, Carl Lucas. They're a man short in the middle, of course, at this moment. Al Hussein. Petrovic just dwelt on it slightly and it was taken off him. Caesar goes sideways, not forwards. Ayed. Cannot say that the changes have really made a massive difference in terms of the mentality or the energy for Al Hussein. They're playing a lot of this game that they just look like they're saying to themselves, we're playing a good side, need to be careful. That's not going to be enough to get them anything. They need to make the forward runs. They need to inject that little bit of energy. Again, Lucas trying to go down the side, not quite this time. Through again for Ahmadi. Took him a good position and he's going to get another go, and he then decides to take on the very ambitious rather than being patient. Certain foul that, and impatience is setting in a big way here for Al Hussein. Hadoud the culprit this time, after Romanelli really made a mess of the shot. All playing out nicely in that respect for Sharjah. They can dictate the tempo of the game. Is forced into the error, but again they don't take full advantage of it. Al Hussein. Ayed. Really and truly, that pairing doesn't appear to have worked particularly well in the middle of the field. Ayed and Ajagun. Here comes Sharjah again. To charge his way through all by himself that time, Kamara. Not his normal style, I must say. He likes to beat somebody on the edge of the box, but he's normally very good at picking out a cross or a pass. Made his own life quite difficult there. Indefatigable Al Qurashi goes again. He's got a free kick again. He seems to be the one player in yellow and black who exudes belief that they're going to be able to turn this around somehow. Hadoud crosses. brushes off the top of the forehead of Romanelli and wide, well wide. "15 minutes of the 90 to go. 30 minutes have elapsed in this second half. Scarcely a chance for the home side. Now maybe one the other way, and it's off the top of the crossbar. That might have completed the job. Kamara cannot believe it. Again, just gets goal side of the defender. Hit that so hard. I wonder if he did just put a bit more thought into the angle of the shot. He blasts it straight down the middle. It's pure power. Easy after the event, of course, but if it had gone toward the corner, I don't see how it didn't go in. And another let-off for Al Hussein. Cross is blocked down. Has never really got to grips with the job in the middle of the field. Another tentative pass and another opportunity for Sharjah to win the ball back. Runs through harmlessly this time to Hussein. So two more subs about to be brought on by Al Hussein, Maji Al-Attar and Obeida Al-Namarna. That's it for the day for Al-Mahdi. Never really got into the game in the second half at all, I'm afraid.
Substitution for Al-Basir. Player number 17, Adham Al-Qurashi. Replaced by player number 16,
Ayed lifts it into the air. Well won. Well won by Nasib. He's a bit disappointed that nobody reads where the ball's going to go. Sometimes that's easier said than done. And hardly on the field 15 seconds. Maji Al-Attar was the nearest player to that. But it's the first half on repeat. They are just not creating chances. Al Hussein. Romanelli got out of the starters blocks, but it was probably a waste of time. He didn't get much of the ball. Misplaced by Pereira. Not misplaced, however, when he came to tidying it up. Just need to be a little bit wary of getting ragged now in the last few minutes of this game. Sharjah. Ajagun, no way through. Hit. DI there. Not his best touch of the day. Karavic once more with the throw. Maybe after the substitutions. There's also another change for the visitors here. Marcos Meloni is coming on. Born in Brazil, but qualifies to play for the UAE now. Player coming off, another Brazilian, Luan Pereira.
Luan Pereira, player number 22, Marcos Vinicius. تبديل لفريق الشارقة. خروج اللاعب رقم 11 لوان بيريرا ودخول اللاعب رقم 22 ماركوس فينيسيوس.
Just for half a second, and I thought he'd been given a little present. The problem with this, from Sharjah's perspective, is one mistake could be mighty costly. On the other hand, a second goal now puts a very healthy position on the board for Sharjah. They've got to go for it, surely, Al Hussein. And the first time that Ndiaye links up with Romanelli, Romanelli couldn't get moving. Given away by Taarabt. Taarabt's a bit short of game time, only getting a half here again. Perovic did well. It's a fairly clear free kick. Won by Lucas. Not smiling there, was he? So Osman Kamara crashing one against the crossbar. That would have made the last few minutes really quite enjoyable, I think, for Sharjah. Doesn't quite break Al Hussein's hearts. Nasir. Hadoud takes over. Frustration is growing here, I'm afraid, for home fans. Left out of the starting lineup. Tyrone Conrad is going to make a late appearance today. Lucas. Back to Perovic. Come on a rush there, but couldn't win it. Aldanani prods it forward in behind the back line. Tied it up by Hadoud. Given away. Kamara. Maloney settles for a throw. The goal scorer in this game is taken off. Carl Lucas, a man who does know how to score a goal, most certainly.
Substitution for Sharjah.
He's coming on. Tyrone Conrad. Hasn't really happened for him just yet during this his first season. Here's Kamara making it happen. Rolled across the face of goal, tucked in by Carl Lucas. And that goal still divides the sides. There's just a sense that there's a great deal more to come from Tyrone Conrad once he can start to put the games under his belt, work on the fitness, the match sharpness. And he could yet have a very big part to play in this particular tournament this season. If they go on somehow to squander all 3 points, moments like that might be brought up in the dressing room afterwards, I think, by the visiting coach. And DI is now withdrawn, and that has been met with a very mixed response from the crowd here. They still believe in him. Truth to tell, he's not had a clear-cut chance today. Worked very, very hard indeed.
خروج اللاعب رقم 99 عبد العزيز الثاني. ودخول اللاعب رقم 9 عبد
Alatar. So Abdullah Alatar's come on. Looks a bit of a gamble, really, just on his goal-scoring record. Just one Asian Champions League goal since 2018. He was at Al Jazeera for a few years. Hasn't got very long to make an impact anyway. Ajagun. Cautious at every turn throughout the day. Who's prepared to take a risk here for Al Hussein? Nothing ventured, nothing gained, surely, at this stage. Played in a straitjacket for a lot of this. Six additional minutes. A lot can change in that time. These teams don't need reminding about that. Hadoud. That's well struck, but the goalkeeper sees it coming all the way. At last, past the 90-minute mark, a shot on the target. Al Hosseini made one big save in the first half. That's a much more routine save, but it keeps the crowd interested. Oh, Namarana had the hit, and they force another corner. Nicely struck, but comfortable enough for the keeper. Can they make it uncomfortable from here? That's the question. Goalkeeper, excellent from him. Ashagun. Not a moment to lose for Al Hussein. If they don't conjure something up, they are losing this game, and what a blow it will be. You don't need me to tell you what the crowd think about it. Too timid for so much of this game today. Hadoud, Ashagun. Man down off the ball. Game goes on. Romanelli can't get to it. Well, did well. Corner, well played. Bit of devil in his work there. Overdue. We've seen this kind of a show before, haven't we? Players down in the box. They're saying it clipped off his toe, actually, and it should have been a goal kick, and there will be much more of an argument if it did end up in the net. Cho Yomin brought on here with scarcely 3.5 minutes to go. He's going to replace Majid Rashid, I believe. Hobbling away, hopefully available for selection next week. No game at the weekend for either team, incidentally. Given the importance of this fixture in the major continental competition. Short corner routine, all the way out to the edge of the box. Ashagun, that really didn't threaten. Goalkeeper, again, ready and able to deal with it. I had run off it. No frills there. Knock it long, follow it up from Abdul Rahman. They do follow it up. Not that Sharjah have been particularly eye-catching in this second half, you understand. They really played some excellent stuff in the first 20 minutes. For most of the second half, they've been happy to sit on the lead. The odd chance has come their way. Kamara might well have won it by now with that shot that hit the crossbar. That's better. It's finished off. The question is whether the goal's going to stand, and I'm afraid celebrations here are quelled immediately. Al-Attar, who at least has made his presence felt. Little Majdi Al-Attar since he came on, but he's a mile offside. I think he knew. Ayed. Hadoud. Alata. Never giving Sharjah a problem. The home side. Few problems all night long here in Amman. We've hit 6 minutes. Through harmlessly again to Al Hossani. All eyes on the referee, Rio Tanimoto. How much longer is he going to give Al Hussein here in order to try to conjure up something? Alata lays it off. Ajagun drifts it out there, but he won't get the pass. Alata. That's a present by Petrovic. Could they pay for it? They may yet do. Put the ball out, we all heard it. Either that or blow the whistle, referee. That was the Romanian coach in English. Put the ball out. That was a very heavy risk that Petrovic took and got away with there. We played over 7 minutes now. Haddad. Romanelli going for it. It looked like a handball on that, I must say. Tells Kamara to get on with it. Al Hussein have struggled from start to finish to make chances in this game. Surely running out of time. They have run out of time completely. Sharjah take the honours. It's only the first leg, of course, but Al Hussein are surely going to need a completely different approach when they go away to Sharjah next week. Sharjah have taken the first leg advantage. The only question is, should it have been more than the goal provided for them by Lucas? It was created by Kamara. Kamara crashed one against the post and crossbar himself in the second half. And in general terms, Sharjah have been fairly comfortable just sitting on a 1-goal lead, but it's a narrow margin of advantage thanks to Kyle Lucas ahead of the second leg. Al Hussein have got to lift it, and they've got to find a way to do so. Not out just yet, but it's first leg advantage to Sharjah. Al Hussein 0, Sharjah 1.
كابتن هارد لاك، رأيك بأداء الفريق اليوم؟
أول شيء الحمد لله رب العالمين، قدمنا مباراة، عملنا اللي علينا، اشتغلنا المباراة، بس ما توفقنا اليوم. كنا الطرف الأفضل بالمباراة،